Hi, students. Pete Estabrook here. Let's talk about assignments and expectations and that sort of thing. When a teacher gives a student some material to work on, and let's call that an assignment, often what we're looking for, at least in my case as a teacher, is just feedback. We're looking to find what a student does with something, how they cope with it, where are they at, how do they go about problem solving, what does it reveal about where they are, where they need to go, what they need next. So again, and I've mentioned this many times, a teacher, at least in my mind, gives a student what they need, not necessarily what they want. So what happens is, a student will sometimes generate their own expectations about things. And I think this is somewhat of a cultural thing, at least in the United States. We imagine that we're supposed to perform things perfectly. And at least in my case, I'm not looking for anyone to do anything perfectly. Perfect doesn't exist in the known universe as far as I'm concerned. But this expectation then becomes a block. So that the student creates an expectation in their own mind, and that becomes a block to the process of solving whatever the issue is in the assignment. So, basically what happens is our as a student, I think our expectations of ourselves get out of alignment with our skill level. And because we don't understand something, or we don't know how to solve something, or we just plain don't do the work, um, our that creates a rub with what our imagined expectations are of ourself. And the outcome of that is that we get anxiety. We get basically performance anxiety because, on some level, as a student, and at least this was the case for me, we know that we haven't really done the work necessary, and so we have this sort of inordinately high expectation of ourselves and the lack of work on our own part, and that creates a kind of discord within ourselves. So if we just get to work, and break things down far enough, if you realize it, you can actually solve just about anything if you just break it down far enough. And you have the right skills and you have the right methodology under the guidance of a qualified teacher, just about anything can be done given the proper amount of time and patience. So um, that should, if we follow through with that, that should dispel those kind of anxious expectations that tend to be generated in the mind of the student. They're not coming from me as far as what I'm putting out. I'm just looking for feedback and information. So try to keep that in mind as you take on material yourself, if you're working on things and so forth. Okay, best of luck practicing and get back to it.